Howdy howdy, my name is John, and this video is a review of the book Killobyte by Piers Anthony. This book is about a virtual reality game called Killobyte and three people who are playing this game. This book was published in 1993, and according to the author's note, the author finished it in September of 1991. To give you some sort of idea of the state of technology in the early 90s, I thought I'd run through some of the new games and new technologies that were around. The game Wolfenstein 3D, which was the first-person shooter really to become on the market, was released in 1992. And then it was followed by Doom, produced by the same company, in 1993. Also in 1993, the Mosaic web browser was released, really the first graphical web browser available. The last thing I want to mention is that the game EverQuest was brought out in 1999. This was the first massive multiple online role-playing game that was commercially successful. There were other multi-user games online before 1999, but either the graphics were really poor or they were text only. I played a few of the text only MUDs back in the day. This book has three point of view characters. The first is Walter. Walter is a 30-year-old former police officer who was injured in a car accident and is now confined to a wheelchair. He also has a pacemaker due to his accident. The second main character is a woman named Ball. She is 18 years old and has been living with type 1 diabetes since she was 10. The third is a 15-year-old boy who goes by the online name Freak, spelled of course with a PH. The first two characters, Walter and Ball, meet playing an online game called Killobyte. It's a virtual reality game that enables the user to feel, smell, and see the world around them, much as what the promise of virtual reality has always been. The third character is a hacker who, for fun, traps people into the game and annoys them. He basically codes it to where when a player tries to leave the game gives them an error message, and they can't leave the game until someone in the real world disconnects them from the game. The first person he does this to is Walter. This is a problem because of Walter's pacemaker. When a character dies in the game, the game tries to simulate death, and the game interferes with his pacemaker. When he does this to Ball has to carefully check her blood sugar, and because of the excitement of the game, she actually needs to exit the game and get some extra sugar to counteract having too much insulin in her blood system. The first two characters, in my opinion, are very interesting. They're people that you don't really see in literature, especially in science fiction or fantasy literature. The third character, however, unfortunately is too much of a stereotype. I mean, he's a 15-year-old boy who is a hacker who doesn't really get along with people too well in the real world and gets his fun by being a troll. Not that the word troll is used in this book. Overall, I found this to be an enjoyable story. It's definitely not the author's best work, but if you're looking to an introduction to Piers Anthony, this would be a good place to start. It would also be interesting to anyone who's interested in seeing what life was like back in the early 90s and, kind of compare the state of technology then to the state of technology now. The book is a little slow at the beginning because it takes several chapters before Walter and Ball actually meet and start to interact. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.